Malawi Brief.
Phungu ochokera ku Lumphi West wapereka ndalama yokwanira 2 million kwacha kwa Ajabi Muhango amenenso ali Minister of Transport and Public Works kuti ithe kuthandizira ku nduna wawo pa ntchito zosiyanasiyana ku Lumphi.
Qualify this year, but the minister and his minister staff with the DC's guidance, they have come to our rescue. Lumphi West will procure a grader at the amount quotations sourced by the councils. For that, Lumphi West is thankful to you, the minister, and priority of this thanksgiving should go to Professor Arthur Peter Mpaliyament, because Lumphi West will be saved. Secondly, my question to the minister is, suppose we had monies because the court ruling to discharge members of parliament from the management of the CDF came in between elections and the new office bearers. Suppose the council still have those monies, how would the CDCs come in to utilize all the resources, because now they have been amalgamated into the new CDF, reformed CDF. Finally, I made a promise in the morning to join the leader of the House, DPP Vice President North, to support Lumphi District Hospital. He is always burdened. Everything we look at him. I don't know how he sleeps. I don't know where he gets the money. But in little things like this, we have to join him and support him. I have the cash. First Deputy Speaker, I promised 2 million in the morning. Because it also affects the local government, because hospitals and are under the Ministry of Local Government. That's why I want to present it within him, with his eyes open, not closed, so that he can see the good things that he has done, giving us a grader. We have to support his ministry by donating 2 million kwacha to Lumphi District Council. I want to submit it before Honorable Ajabi Muhango. He is always in support of us.
Thank you very much. Honorable, can I request the ushers? The ushers, please collect.
Should I walk here?
Thank you very much, Honourable Member, for standing with your promise and for the commitment of donating the 2 million kwacha to Honourable Member. I always tell some members that your actions sometimes emulate some other leaders that are already here, the likes of Cholo Central and myself, but I don't remember to have ever donated 2 million myself. Honourable Member, congratulations, and please keep it up. I hope those guys that are called themselves Akatapira are safe outside this chamber. I just want to be sure. Thank you very much.
First Deputy Speaker, the Honourable Minister has not responded. I read, understood, was lectured about the guidelines. Everything being fair, in the guidelines, it does not explain processes that my people from Sinja South constituency, from the VDC, ADC, and CDC are supposed to do if they want to request funds to complete a teacher's house or a school block that will need amounts ranging from 8 to 60 or 70 million. What the CDF guidelines does explain is where they are talking about certification of projects, and the central government will fund the projects that have been certified by the central government. My question is, can the minister stand and tell the people of Musinja South constituency, Senior Group Mtenga, Tuone, the processes that the village development committee are supposed to do, if they want to complete these projects with small amounts, do we need certification from the central government? That's my question. But the guidelines, the investment plan, we know and we understand. He should just come clear on that one. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Then we go to the people of Rumpi West. Honourable members, I will allow the Honourable Minister to respond to each and every supplementary question. But as you have seen, tradition has allowed us to take all the 3 supplementary questions. But for this one, it seems like there's more interest and more interested parties. I will allow you, Honourable Minister, to take it now. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Right Honourable Speaker. When a question comes from a member, the process is that it comes to the table and to the minister certifies, and we respond exactly as the question has come. For purposes of removing the doubts, I will read first the question before I now respond to your supplementary, because it looks like you think I didn't understand your question. Your question is to ask the Minister of Local Government whether the ministry is aware of the following projects that were initiated under the 2024-2025 Constituency Development Fund in Msinja South constituency, and that they remain incomplete. Number 1. And these are Madzi Maera Junior Primary School, Ntenga Junior Primary School, Chidzinga Junior Primary School, Chikupizi CBO, Tione Teachers House, and Karonga Teachers House. Am I aware? 2. In view of the revised CDF guidelines, which requires projects to be funded as complete packages, what measures is the ministry taking to ensure that these incomplete projects, which requires only limited additional resources to be completed, receive the funding? Simple as that. And my response is simple. We are operating the CDF under demand-driven and do not supply-driven. Take those, and if the community deems those as important to them, put them in the constituency development plan, investment plan, and they will be funded. It's as simple as that. So once you do that, it required process, which is BOQs, will follow. Now, in your supplementary, you are saying the guidelines did not. In your supplementary, you are saying the guidelines did not provide a clear guideline for the people of Nsinja. Honestly, if the guidelines were going to start, A, the people of Nsinja, B, the people of Sante, D, the people of Cholotava, and then begin to answer all questions, it's not going to work. That is why it has been simplified in the guidelines. Demand-driven. Let your people decide what they want, where and when. If the stored projects are their priority, they will put them in the investment plans, and that will invite funding, and you can be assured those will be funded. I thank you, First Deputy Speaker.
Thank you very much. I now recognize the good people of Rumpi West. Rumpi West, is that a supplementary question? Please go ahead.
It's a combination. First, Deputy Speaker, sir, first of all, let me thank the Minister of Local Government and the DC's office.
With the donation which they received from Father Kalino over the construction of the Mpamba Police Unit. Honorable First Deputy Speaker, let me advise the Honorable Member to contact the officer in charge of Nkatabe Police Station, who will guide him appropriately. In fact, as already indicated, the responsibility of the construction of the police unit rests upon the members of the communities led by our honorable members, and that the Malawi Police Service will provide the architect work of the police unit. I respectfully submit, First Deputy Speaker, sir.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister of Homeland Security. Before we proceed, there's a point of order. There's a casino. What has gone out of order?
Good afternoon, First Deputy Speaker. Is it in order that the good minister, who is, I told you is my uncle, it's just the light skin which is different. He promised me at Lintipe police station a vehicle. That's 4 months ago. And today he's promising another vehicle in Gromot. Before he give at Lintipe a vehicle. Is it in order? I thought he will make himself an announcement that next week he's coming to Lintipe police station and give us the new vehicle. He's a good man. He's a very good man like you. Thank
you very much. Thank you very much. I think your uncle will look into that. In the next question, he's going to be responding, and he's going to give you when you are going to be going to Lintipe yourself and him to donate the vehicle. Thank you.
Finance sent us that we should get the right information regarding the 1.2 billion. So I wanted to ask for indulgence as to what time you can give me so that I can give Malawians the correct version of the information. Because we went to MEDEF with my colleague, the chair for Youth Caucus, and also who is my deputy, my shadow deputy. We went to MEDEF, we have found the right information, and we're here ready to share to Malawians the correct version about the youth loans that have been disbursed in the villages in our constituencies. So what time will you give me so that I can provide Malawians the right information as Shadow Minister of Youth? Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Honourable Member, I want to commend the seriousness that you have shown. I request you to share to agree with the Honourable Minister of Finance before I would consider and share with leadership from both sides of the aisle your information before that information becomes public to this House. But I would like to commend your office for taking that initiative to go and collect that information. Thank you very much, sir. Minister of Homeland Security, you have the floor.
Thank you, Honorable First Deputy Speaker. I rise to respond to the supplementary questions submitted by several honorable members, starting from the honorable member for Chitipa Chendo constituency, who is requesting my ministry to consider establishing a police post. Honorable First Deputy Speaker, as already alluded to this House, and repeating again and again, the responsibility of establishing a police post belongs to you, honorable members. I think this should be noted. I know that sometimes these questions come in this House just for the sake of the members of the public and mainly our constituents. But I think, let's be serious. These questions should not be asked for the sake of being asked anyway. The position of the government is that all police posts their responsibility belongs to the people, to the constituents and the leaders of those constituencies. The second question, Honorable First Deputy Speaker, came from the Honorable Member from Nchinji West, who is requesting my ministry to support the local groups that are assisting in providing the security in the neighborhood within her constituency. Firstly, allow me, the First Deputy Speaker, also to pass my congratulations to the Honorable Deputy Minister of Health, in the opposition that is, for the appointment. Honorable First Deputy Speaker, the responsibility of supporting the local groups in our constituency belongs to the police stations where there is an established community policing offices, and these local groups normally work hand in hand with the community policing officers. And I would request the Honorable Member to put this request within the CDF funds to get support in improving the security within her constituency. Lastly, Honorable First Deputy Speaker, is the question from the Honorable Member from Kasungu Central, who is requesting my ministry also to establish police units either at Kapaizi, Ntundulo, Mangwazu. So the answer remains the same. It is your responsibility to do that as a leader and to do that together with your constituents. Thank you, Honorable First Deputy Speaker.
Thank you very much. Honorable Deputy Leader, before the half break, can I be guided on the people of Rumpi Central? I need your guidance on that.
Honorable First Deputy Speaker, through you, with the indulgence of the members, I would want to request that we do two things. The first one is to allow the running mate to the UTM to present his side. I think he has got something to say to the nation. So let him do that. But also, most importantly, in Zimba South, you recall earlier on there was an issue to do with loans disbursed to districts, to constituencies through MEDEF. He's got a very critical intervention also to make. I would want to beg that your office, you allow that to be done, and then we can go for a healthy break. I beg to move. Thank you.
Honourable Member for Rumpi Central, you have the floor on the indulgence of the leader.
Thank you very much, the Right Honourable First Deputy Speaker and also the Deputy Leader of the House. 3 points in brief. Number one is to report that as you guided us, members of Parliament for Rumpi District, the four of us, to discuss the matter, I can report here that all the four of us, Rumpi North, Rumpi East, Rumpi Central, and Rumpi West, have agreed to contribute 2 million kwacha each, all of us. Number two is to agree with the Deputy Leader of the House, who in the morning mentioned that, or advised that some of these things we should be doing on our own. For example, within 4 months since I became Member of Parliament, I have installed solar lights in more than 12 primary schools in my constituency. I have repaired more than 12 boreholes using my own cash. I have rehabilitated 3 schools whose classrooms were not functional at Lundu, Mayembe, as well as Kawaza. I have repaired numerous bridges, more than 7, on behalf of the government. I have installed solar lights at Borel Market, at Rumpi Market, at Mjuma Market, and at Ngwangu. I have done so many things using my own money on behalf of the government. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We would like to applaud the gesture from Rumpi Central. Congratulations, Honorable Member, for the works you've done for your people. We are very pleased with that development. Honorable members, Honorable Minister of Justice, why are you rising, Honorable? The 4 constituencies have already met. Why are you rising, Honorable Minister? You have the floor, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Honorable First Deputy Speaker, sir. I thought that it wouldn't be in order that the Minister of Justice, who is from Rumpi and is in this house and is not being included in this contribution. I therefore, Right Honorable First Deputy Speaker, offer another 2.5 million. May I ask the Member of Parliament for Rumpi Central to send me the account to which I should transfer the money right now. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, honourable members. There is also an undertaking. I'll give you 2 minutes, honourable member, for Mzimba South to raise the issue you want to raise. Thank you. Mzimba South. I see the leader. I see the leader of opposition. I've given you the floor, sir, honourable member. Then I'll give the leader of the opposition before the...
Mine is a quick one. I just want to give clarity about the 1.2 billion, which is an allegation. We can say it's an allegation which has been written by the Nation newspaper. The correct information is that the total amount that the Minister of Finance is expected to give us in our constituency is 45 billion. And so far, as of 8th of July, a 15 billion was disbursed to MEDEF so that they can give to the constituencies. Mr. First Deputy Speaker, this simply means in your constituency you have a 65 million right now that the youth can grab for the loans. The 1.2 is the actual disbursement which MEDEF has made to the groups. In this case, it means government has done its part. Let's appreciate that. Because the 15 billion translates to more than 65% of the money that is supposed to give to us. Finally, let me just encourage my fellow members of parliament, councillors out there, chiefs there, the VDC, the ADC, and the CDC, to go down and teach our young men, teach our women, so that they can quickly go to MEDEF via these channels and get this money. The money is just lying right now. So this is the message to all of us. Let's send the messages to our villages so that at least these monies that we are keeping via the MEDEF, we can get the money. Thank you so much, Mr. First Deputy Speaker. This is the clarity that I wanted to give.
Thank you very much. Honourable members, this is how the House is supposed to run. Whenever information has been provided, we have to allow people that ask questions to go and verify. I would like to applaud the honourable member for Mzimba South, politics aside. What you've done is a noble job. and you have confirmed it. We are happy. I didn't know myself that my constituency has up to 65 million on the youth loans. I'd like to say thank you for that information, and we will indeed encourage our people to access these funds. And we pray that these funds will change the lives of many Malawians, young people, including those that are just arriving from South Africa on the xenophobic attacks. They should be able to benefit because they are youth from our constituencies. Honorable Leader of Opposition, before I suspend for a health break.
First Deputy Speaker, I thank you for allowing me to raise a very important issue. And this issue through your office is probably to get clarification from my dear brother, Honorable Minister responsible for finance. If the Finance Management Act do allow us to be contributing resources on projects that are meant to be done, one by government, and then secondly, if indeed that's a concern, we can turn this house to start deliberating issues that can be ably handled at the council level, because one other day you will see almost each and every councils, including Kasungu, which has 11 members coming here to show how many bags of maize we are contributing, how much we are contributing on a particular project. I think as a house of decorum, it would be rather good that some of the issues like these could be raised, and then we could get a particular platform to address that rather than the house. Because years from now, I know you want to tell me about time, years from now, when somebody will be leading through the hazard of today, it will actually be reflecting that this house, instead of deliberating some very important issues, much as this is also important, we were actually deliberating on the contribution for a particular council. I submit, First Deputy Speaker.
Thank you very much, Honorable Leader of Opposition. Before you, Honourable Minister, the issue from Rumpi was started by members of Parliament from the same district, and the initial amounts for the project did not come from government. It came from an individual member of Parliament, who is the leader of this House. So even if our Hansards indicates that, Honorable Leader of Opposition, I feel Malawians need also to know that apart from legislating here, majority of us are buying coffins on a daily basis. Majority of us here are operating ambulances on a daily basis. Majority of us here are buying food to support our constituents and transport to secondary schools, transport to universities as extra costs that goes to the same member of Parliament. So whether the public accounts books in the Ministry of Finance Management Act does not accept that, but the reality on the ground is members of Parliament are indeed social workers out there, and they are doing a lot on a daily basis. If you pick an example of a constituency, whether Zomba, Baraka, Machinga, you will find how many Airtel money transactions a member of Parliament has made today. It's an indication of how much we do help our constituents. So there's nothing strange and sinister, but the Honourable Minister of Finance can confirm if indeed these monies will affect his transactions in his ministry. Honourable Minister of Finance.
Thank you very much, Mr. First Deputy Speaker. With due respect to my honourable colleague and the former Minister of Finance, I'm sure you are aware that the Public Finance Management Act is there to regulate public money that belongs to Malawians. and this is money coming from the consolidated account. The money that is being distributed today, I don't think it's public money. It's not coming from MG County number 1. So it cannot be regulated by the Public Finance Management Act. It's totally outside. As explained by the First Deputy Speaker, as MPs, we have the responsibility to assist
And you can't be an MP.
and even contribute to projects happening in our constituencies. That is normal. So it is completely outside the Public Finance Management Act, because the Public Finance Management Act only deals with monies expensed from the MG account number 1, not outside. Thank you, Mr. Deputy Speaker.
Thank you very much.